お見事
Okay, hi and welcome back. This is part 3 of our playthrough, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And before actually we proceed forward, I want to do a little bit of backtracking, go back to a place that we went to before. This time I want to go down and get kind of a useful item. Okay, so let's head on back. Okay, so let's go to... We're gonna go to that that room that had the first boss of the castle. And if you notice, in the top right, there's a unexplored space. I demonstrated before we could turn into the wolf. And if I recall correctly... Okay, I don't have the power of the wolf yet. We're gonna have a couple of forms we could change into, and one of them is the bat, so we'll be able to fly up there, but that'll be later in the game. And I think there's an item waiting. May or may not be a good item, I forgot, but we'll see. Okay, so let's go back to where we were. So much easier than before, huh? Ooh, cloth tunic. Nobody wants that. This diamond thing, I'll just demonstrate what it looks like, but I really don't want to keep it. It's not bad in like enclosed spaces like this. You know, you can see it rebounding off the walls. You know, it's not bad for that kind of space, but mostly it's not really that great. Still no drops, huh, X-Knight? Okay, we'll wait. If we don't get the Knight Shield from them, we'll get it from another place where it's waiting. We could go down and get the sticky, but no, we're gonna roll along. Okay, and we're gonna save. And we're gonna roll on through to the clock tower. Bronze Querus, we already got that. Come on, guys, there's 3 of you, that's all you can drop? Nothing, just a heart. Okay, so I believe it's from here that we're gonna go down. But first, let me just get this this little coffin. Okay, go to our max, and then we'll keep on heading on. Yeah, so we're gonna go down here. There's not a whole lot down here. I wouldn't even call this place a shortcut. This is one of the few designs on the map that's just kind of an annoying thing you have to get out of the way. It doesn't really lead to anything great, it just kind of leads you in a circular path. But I want to be as map completionist as we can, because another thing the game is not telling you, but you'll notice at the end is, the ending of this game is based on... it gave me the leather shield. The ending of this game is based on map completion. So, actually, what we see here on the map, there's actually a lot still to uncover. And if we uncover all of it, then we get a better ending. I'm not sure if I like these characters or I don't like them. They look kind of creepy, but I don't know, they're kind of funny. And there's the item that I wanted to get. This is the Spirit Orb. And let's go to our stuff and check it out. Fairy Scroll we got before displays the enemy name. Spirit Orb shows the enemy damage. And that's good for seeing how effective your items generally are. So, one other thing that I like about this game is it is quite accurate as to when it shows you your attack. Oh, I'm sorry. So it shows your attack is 26, and it sticks to that. So if you hit somebody, typically it's 26 damage. There are some exceptions, and I think this next guy is kind of an exception. Yes, this guy. See, I punch him, it does 20 because he's so heavily armored. But if it's a typical enemy, yeah, that is why I like holy water. Just damage, damage, damage. There we go. Any drops? Nothing. I'm pretty sure that guy has some sort of decent drop, but I forgot what it is, and I don't think it's really, really worth hanging out for. Yeah, you see that? I punched this guy, and 26, just like it said, so it's not confusing. There's not like some big, you know, like, equation you have to go through. It's pretty straightforward as to the damage you do. Except for, like, certain enemies. 26. But yeah, it's good for if you're using a certain item, or a certain weapon on a boss, and you're like, why isn't this affecting him? You know, that's probably why. And our music dropped out. And no, dagger, we don't want you. And I think we're going to come up on kind of a funny, unique enemy. Yeah, Cthulhu, it says. And it's funny, look, fans of, you know, the Cthulhu mythos know Cthulhu doesn't look like this. He's not like some big winged demon guy. He's a, you know, miles tall, you know, octopus-headed freak. Great old one. Doesn't look like this, but alright. Oh, you shit. Stop doing that. I've never seen him do that. Bam! Take the holy water. Oh, my music back. It's feeling lonely in this big evil castle. How did I do that? I think I just kicked. Oh well. Okay, let's keep going on. And we're probably going to recognize this place. Yep. This was where we kind of entered the castle at first. Shield potion we get. It's not really in my style to use potions. There are going to be some potions that are, you know, kind of useful for, you know, not to sound too arrogant, but people who really need them. There are some bosses that could be helpful with, but in general, I really don't bother with it so much. Red rust. Oh, thank you. But yeah, one thing that I did want to talk about, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but by the end of the game, as I said, we're going to be really, really tough. And that's kind of one of the criticisms to this game. Some people say that, oh, by the end you just, you know, blow through the you know, the final boss like nothing. And this playthrough that we're going to go through, yeah, that's pretty fair to say. We're probably going to take him out pretty easy. But I actually really like the difficulty setup in this game. Because I had experiences with some other games where, like, in my mind, what comes to mind is the game Final Fantasy 12. Okay, there we go. You had an example of the shield flying away. But, as you can see, it's still here. Final Fantasy 12 I played, and I really like that game. If you watch my list of 25 favorite games, you know it's one of my favorites in the Final Fantasy franchise. But at the end of the game, you get certain items, one of which is Excalibur. You know, one of the items that's in, like, you know, every Final Fantasy game. And it's this, you know, buff sword, and it should make you total badass, right? Well, like, the things that you have to do to get it are, you know, just so out of normal, right? Like, you wouldn't find it on your own. Like, you have to kind of buy a strategy guide. That's kind of the way it's set up, right? So it's like, okay, you know, you either get the strategy guide or you just look it up online, find out how to do it, find out how to get it. You get it, and then it does do, like, significant damage, but at the same time, you don't really feel like it's that overpowering. There's a lot of enemies who, you know, even if you have that really huge overpowered weapon, they're not really fazed by it, you know? So for me, it was kind of annoying. It's like, why give me this, you know, great overpowering thing? Like, you know, you climb the mountain and you know, you get all the stuff. You pay for the, you know, the strategy guide, or look it up. But it's like, you do all the stuff. It's like, you know, you should be quite a badass. But you don't really feel like that, you know? It's like, oh, okay, this is just a sword, you know? Anyway, my point is, at the end of this game, if you get all the secrets, then yeah, you really feel like, you know, you've done something. You know, bam. Ooh, ballroom mask. In fact, there was a couple of things that we got. One of them is the aquamarine. Again, just a ring, no practical value. We could put it on just for funsies, but nothing really to do with anything. The ballroom mask. Mask used at a ball. Oh, intelligence and defense goes up. We're gonna have to give up our cool sunglasses, but whatever. That might come in handy later. We're coming up on a real prick of an enemy. Actually, I do like the enemy. It's just that it's really hard to beat. Especially if you got the jewel knuckles, and I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. But anyway, to conclude what I was saying, I like the difficulty in this game. If you know the secrets, you feel like there's a reward for knowing the secrets. And if you don't know the secrets, then, you know, you get a decent challenge out of it anyway. We got a cutlass, let's check that out. Probably not too exciting. Sword of the English Navy. And attack goes down, but range probably goes up, right? Yeah, it's just a regular, basically just a regular sword. And actually, I might want to keep it on for now, because I want a little bit of range for this next guy that we're going to take on. I like this thing, and I hate this thing. Cool idea, cool animations, but he just beats the hell out of me, because, again, I've got no life right now. And we gotta keep on doing this. Just to heal, kind of annoying, but okay. This guy like keeps you pinned down, then all of a sudden he's all up in your business. And the drops, oh man, don't knock me outside. Ugh. Okay, the long sword's out of the way. That's the real danger in this fight. One of the things that this thing drops is a sword called Takemitsu, which is one of the worst swords in the game. Take meaning bamboo, it's a bamboo sword. So this drops it pretty regularly if I can actually get him to do it. But again, you kind of feel unrewarded for fighting such a bastard of a little enemy. Come on, dude. See, he's like a million miles away, then he's up in your business. Come a little bit closer, bud. And stop moving so much. Okay, he's almost defenseless. Oh. Of course, right when I say that, he tags me. Oh, crap. And he looks like he's about to get right up in my business again. Please don't hit me. Okay, I really don't want to die to such a pedestrian enemy as this. It would not be this hard if I... Okay, there we go. It would not be this hard. Like later in the game, we get actually good items. Let's see. I believe even if I go through this door, I believe we're gonna get blocked. But let's just check it out. And yes, we got our Knight Shield, but unfortunately we are blocked. And does that improve our defense? It certainly do. And it looks pretty cool, huh? Okay, let's keep rolling on. And you're back, and we're not going to bother with you, because we really don't care about Takemitsu. That is not worth fighting you all over again for. And I think this next place is pretty interesting. I like this room. It's unique. So you can come and sit down in the chair. Out comes somebody. And if you don't know what's going on, you get tagged. And then you can play the game from this side. And there's a beautiful lady who's gonna do the same thing. God dang, what's with these people? As far as I know, there's nothing else. It's just that kind of little gag of being, you know, taken down by these ghosts. As far as I know, there's nothing else there, but if you know anything else, please let me know. Let's put in our jewel knuckles again, because I really need a little bit more power. I need these things to fall in about one shot, like that. Okay, and some drops would be nice, fellas. But actually, what am I saying? I really wouldn't bother so much with a boomerang unless I had the duplicator. Because if you don't have the duplicator, let's see, do we want to go here? Let's give it a look. Oh, we're blocked again. We gotta knock out that little golden man from the other side. Okay, we'll do that later. But yeah, as I said, there's no real reason to use that kind of one-time projectile weapon unless you have the duplicator. There's just not really any reason to do that. Winged Guard, I forgot if they have any decent drop. The Crow also, I forgot if he's got a decent drop. I think I just did the kick. And I forgot how. Oh, you shithead. Yeah, Black Crow. Come on. Gotcha. Oh, I like this little hunting girl chick. Even though she's kind of hard to get a beat on. I'm pretty sure also she's got a drop, whatever sword she's using. Not too spectacular. We don't want to go into these spikes because, of course, we're going to get hurt. But later, we'll be able to do something about it. Hunting girl. Drink your medicine. Drink your medicine. She's still alive? Come on. There we go. Just got some cash out of her. Not too exciting. What the hell was that bird doing? Saying go up? Go up, asshole. Alright, I'm going up. Oh, thank you. Life max at this point of the game is always welcomed. Strength potion, silver plate. Let's check really quick. Okay. I'm trying to make sure that we got all this area done for the map. So we do. Let's check out that silver plate mail. Any old time now. Okay, silver plate. That'll increase our defense by 3. We're going to lose our stone defense, but it doesn't happen so often, so let's go ahead and go with that. Okay, so upgrades all around. This place is going to be good for farming later in the game. I'll explain, but I don't want to put too many spoilers out there. People who know this game probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Walk into it. There we go. No, we don't want the good book. Got a potion. Okay, that's good. That can come in handy. Ah, brick. See, that crow's got like a jump on me. Sticky. Now, I want to roll with my tried and true... Oh, God dang it. You crows always get the jump. My tried and true holy water. That's what I prefer more. And again, nothing so exciting. Another zircon. We got map completion. We got map completion. Yes, we do. Okay, so let's keep on going. Oh, shit. Monster Vial number 2. That guy sure as hell came out of nowhere really fast. And I don't know if they dropped their halberd. I think there's a boss fight coming up right here, so let's take it on. Indeed there is. Ouch. And I forgot his movements. Got a crit there, though. Ah, you jerk. Jerk. You know what? Let's just be safe. I don't want to do any kind of save states. I just want to see if we can get through it all natural. And let's take him out with, yeah, the jewel knuckle. Get him. There we go. There we go.
Impressive.
Oh, and our buddy Maria.
You're very strong.
Why, thank you.
What is it you want? You didn't come here to tell me that.
You're right. Do you know the name Richter Belmont?
Of the Belmont
Okay, look at
clan?
this sprite.
Of course.
Look at that. I love that.
He disappeared about a year ago, and I'm sure he's here. If you see him, please let me know.
As you wish, my lady.
Thank you. So, you do know how to be a gentleman.
I'm really hoping that honking is not going to come through, but it might be totally overpowering. Anyway, yeah, our protagonist here is not very smooth, is he? Doesn't seem to know how to talk to the ladies. But I hope you noticed that sprite. That was one of the really funny, really cool tie-ins to Castlevania 3 on the NES. That was the sprite of Trevor Belmont, the ancestor of Richter, the whole Belmont clan. And I've always liked this picture. I don't know if it means anything very specific. I mean, I'm sure it symbolizes a kind of death, but it doesn't look like death, with his scythe. Well, there is like one or two in the background, but usually Death is wearing a robe, right? His Green Reaper outfit. So I guess that's what it means, but if there's any other significance, if anybody knows, please let me know, because I like this painting. Anyway, let's roll along. Let's get some music back. Oh. Please, give me hearts. Walk into it. Okay, let's keep it going. And if I recall correct, we're coming up on a place where we're going to get a very, very helpful item. And then after that, let's plan our route. Okay, I think I know where we're going to. I think we're going to go south, but let's roll on for a little bit, see what happens. And if I recall correct, this is a save point. It is. Come on, game. All right. Another potion. Again, I've not really had to use potions so much. it really simply is this luck mode. Okay, we got map completion. Let's keep on going. Okay, let's be safe. And actually, the place that we're at might look slightly familiar. If you recall, at the beginning of the game, it happened above us. And that thing right there is going to come in very handy. Now, how the hell did that guy just phase through the roof to get here? Anyway. Oh, we don't want you, Jewel. We don't want you, Diamond. Yeah, anyway, if you recall, we began the game above where we're at right now. You're very generous with your axes, which I don't want. As you can see, I don't need you guys now because I've already got your shield. What we're going to get, the item that we're going to get shortly here, the very useful item, is the double jump. The Tearfing, I believe that's just a cursed sword. Cursed dark sword. Yes, our attack goes down to 0. I really don't know what is the point of the Tearfing, but I'm not going to put it on. I don't want any long-term curse effects. I think I tried to put it on before, and it's like getting into a fight, you know, with like a pillow in your hand. It's like they're tearing you apart and you're not doing anything to them, so... Practical joke? I don't know. Yep, and those guys are flea men because now they're called flea riders. Okay, the leap stone, and that's going to let us do a double jump. And if you notice, I just like the subtle touch. Thank you. I like the subtle touch. There's a very fleeting view of like your cape turns into a wing for a second. See that? Something about that I just like. I thought it was such a cool little touch. Like, this game is full of little, you know, just ingenious, subtle little touches like that. And I wish I knew, maybe anybody out there knows, are there any significance to these statues? Because they also look, you know, planned. Like, are they meant to be a certain character, or... I don't know. I like them. And if we could go up, that's where Dracula would be. Present time we cannot, so let's just go to, I believe what's past here is the next warping point. Alright, I am right. So try to remember, the symbol above the portal is what's going to tell us which portal accesses which part. So if you see the lion head, that means it's the Dracula, it's Dracula's tower. Okay, and let's go ahead and go. And it puts us back here. Do we want to be here? You know what? Yeah, we'll take it. We'll go from here. Okay. Let's keep going. And it's the horse head. The horse head brings you to the beginning. And the library, I believe it was the scorpion. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. Okay, so let's go. I want to go... If you see the map, where I want to go is I want to go up, around, and then down. Okay, let's make sure we're safe. Yeah, I know we've been through this part a few times now. That's kind of how this game works. Some of the places are not totally linear as far as, you know, backtracking and level design. But overall, I really like it. And I could go through these places several times because the music alone is, you know, worth the price of admission. But we'll make it through here, and then we'll head on down to the water. Okay. Missed him. Okay, let's keep rolling along. Got our double jump, but around here there's not too many places to use it. I still can't fly up there until we get our form of the bat, and we'll get that a little bit later. But it has some uses. I don't think, even if I use the double jump, I can't get straight up there. So yeah, we still have to jump the same way we did before. That's fine. We're going to blow through these guys. We're going to go through pretty fast. Anyway, as I said, I really like, again, I like how this game tributes the old games. And that's not just this Symphony of the Night. If you play through a lot of the games that were built off the template that this game kind of put down, which were like the games that were on the Game Boy Advance and then the Nintendo DS, they all have the same kind of style as this. You know, you're in a castle, you have to, it's that kind of, I think that the genre they called it was like, you know, Metroidvania. Because what we're doing is we're going through a castle, but we have to get stuff to progress, like much in the same way as Metroid. We don't want to go down, right? No, we want to keep going forward. And this was the game that kind of laid down that basic template. And I believe there were many, many games like that. There's like several games they call, you know, Metroidvania because it works just so well. Again, this will be an important place, but we can't do anything yet. Let's keep on going. But yeah, especially a lot of the DS games. I think Dawn of Sorrow was definitely the best. And all those games just have this great way of you know, making something very new, and then tributing, you know, like the old stuff, tributing the old original Castlevania games. So in this game, not only is it just that we're playing Alucard, who was a character in Castlevania 3, but, you know, it even puts like like I said, I like that whole thing. We can see the sprite. We can see the sprite from the, shitheads. We can see the sprite from, is it above here? If I keep going, I can access... Yeah, I can open a blue door. And what I get is not very special, but anyway, let's just do it. But yeah, anyway, Castlevania, it's got a really great legacy of games, and I'm glad that... I think it was Koji Igarashi. He is the person who's mainly responsible for it, so a lot of this is like his kind of game design. Leather shield. Not too exciting, but okay. So, stepping on that opened up this, and honestly it's not that exciting. There's an attack potion, and there's a library card. The library card is useful, actually I do like that. But it's not that big of a deal. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could have just bought one. Now let's go back and we're going to go down. And I think once we get to the bottom, that should be enough for today. No! Ah, I've got the good book. Well, it's fine. I can show what the good book is like. You know, it's got its uses, but not terribly exciting as weapons go. Okay, so let's push on. Another Zircon. All this useful jewelry. Ooh, he dropped something. He dropped the Iron Cuirass, and I believe we're wearing the silver, so probably it's a step down, right? Yeah, it's a step down. So, forget it, but thanks for giving it to us. Okay, 79 hit points. We're getting up there. We're getting better. This guy's putting his spear in a precarious place. Ah, he's got the range on me. You see, if I had my thing... If I had my holy water, I could be doing something about this guy. The good book. I never, ever use it. It's just not that useful to me. Even now it worked, but I wouldn't really call it a great success. Oh, thank you. It just so happened that holy water was in the vicinity. Okay, so our heart max increases, and I believe there is a secret back here. Yes, there is. There is the bandana. And that's it, right? And that also might be a step down. Let's check it out. Protect sensitive head parts. So intelligence actually goes up. Alright. Like I said, we're not really going to use anything. The only spell that I have memorized is Dark Metamorphosis! But aside from that, not too terribly useful. I believe... Yeah, this is the thing about the map is... it only tells you some places. It doesn't tell you every single place that's on it. Some of these places you have to kind of open up and figure out by yourself. That's so much better. Magic missile, thank you. We can make use out of that. You shitheads. Working in tandem. Okay, dude. Now I can do something about you. Good book wasn't all that useful, was it? And that's not me trying to be an atheist. Oh, you asshole. Stab me in the shins. Ah, brick. And unfortunately, I cannot stab up. But you know what? He could stab down. Isn't that nice? It's okay, we'll just douse him in the holy water. I think the item over here is not too terribly amazing, but that's something. Yeah, no more stabs from below, you prick. Burn! I said burn! Got nothing for me. No dagger, we do not want you. And thankfully we can step on this shelf drawer. Shelf drawer? Drawer shelf. Whatever. Yeah, like I said, not too exciting, but always helpful at least. Now, I'm not sure. Can we go all the way down? Perhaps yes? Yes, we can. Yeah, we may as well just go ahead and head on down. We can drop in the other side. There's something over there, but actually, we'll tend to that later. So let's drop down here for now. We've got an old buddy to meet, if I recall correctly. So let's just make sure it's not gonna freeze. And let's meet our old buddy. It's a little bit different shade of color for this part of the castle wall, or the cave wall. Let's check that out later. Oh, we don't have an old buddy to meet. At least not yet. Right now we have a Skyla worm to take care of. We'll just punch the shit out of him. Oh, but Alucard is deathly afraid of water. For whatever reason, the son of Dracula. Yes, it does hurt you. Okay, let's keep on rolling on. Pot roast could be useful. And actually, we have a different boss fight up here. We have where the Skyla worm came from. Oh, crap. And apparently I cannot block that. I'm not doing too damn good, am I? Stand here right out of range and punch the shit out of him. Let me in. Almost punched it all. Come on. Oh, there's that at least. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Alright. I do like that boss, but it's pretty challenging. And thank you very much for that. We have one more cool thing. We got the Crystal Cloak. Actually, this is one of my favorite cloaks in the game. Significant constitution, significant defense increase. So let's put that on. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Nice purple, nice, transparent color. Anyway, we're going to leave off right here. That should be good for right now. And I'll see you next time in part 4. Mite kurite, arigatou gozaimasu. Sayonara.